What's going on, guys, and all that shit? So I'm gonna try not to make it forever a whole lot long today and all that bullshit. And no, she's probably still sleeping or whatever the fuck she's doing. I see that they're posting like all those articles now about how like young and rich they are, and see there's some kind of a test, or maybe Jessica's jealous. I don't know, because now Jessica has like some, fruity looking whatever the fuck, which I guess is like I guess they do that because the girls like it or whatever. But just some like Korean dude like trying to spit game at Jessica, and she's like going along with it. It's probably like Tiffany's like, go ahead and see if she gets mad, and they're like writing articles about, dude, I got this cookie light. Some of the things you told me about Yuri just made me like Yuri even more. I'm telling you. I knew there was a reason why Yuri caught my eye. Like, I'm telling you, Yuri like caught my eye, and I was like, she's the prettiest sweat, Tiffany. Like just Yuri's pretty fucking hot. I would Yuri's pretty fucking hot, but that just makes me like them more. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, right? Most pretty girls have pillow fights. Look, I don't want to be a douche about it, but like in nature, there tends to be like a bunch of like women and one dude. Oh man, what is this bullshit now? It just so happened to be. How did you sleep last night? Let's go to the Woodchuck Guidebook. See, she asked me how I slept, so I will ignore it completely and just give her a compliment. Alright, so I guess she's waking up now. So, look, I just wanted to like make something clear or whatever. I don't particularly care if she gives me any money at all. As a matter of fact, if Tiffany wanted to deal with my niece, I mean, I'll deal with my niece all day long 'cause my niece is cool, but like, I would prefer if Tiffany explained to my niece why it took this long to get her money back with an apology. I think that would be cordial. Anyways, so happy Mother's Day, and everyone. I might text my mom later. She's probably still hella mad at me. Look, my mom was happier. Like my mom and Tiffany are gonna have like a battle over who's the most controlling. I can already tell. I kind of get the impression my mom was happier when the money was gone and Tiffany was, just being indiscriminate or whatever the fuck. And now that like Tiffany's like, no, I actually am gonna make everything right. My mom is like upset. Like, how dare that? She's like, it's like, I tell you, my mom thought Amanda was cool until like me and Amanda started dating. It was crazy. But anyways, I would love nothing more than for Tiffany to deal with all of that. Like, like if I could just drive Tiffany over to my mom and be like, "Hi, mom. This is my Tiffany. I'm gonna let you guys sniff each other and like cook some meals and knit a blanket or whatever the fuck. I'm gonna go to the Wawa or the Sheets and like drink coffee and shit and just not be here where you all are at for as long as I possibly can." I would totally do that. Like, you don't understand. Even though that's my money and whatnot, it wasn't going to be used for me. I wanted to stake it, and that's I'm going to get stupid fucking. If you want to take my money that you made a whole bunch of money out of, and then you deal with my parents, and then you take care of the housing bullshit, and I don't have to deal with it, I would love that 100%. I would L word you for that. All right? Like I would L word you so hard all day and night. I would L word your asshole over that. Okay? That's how much I would L word you. All right? Because I do not want to deal with them. Okay? I just don't want to deal with them. I don't want, and if you deal with them instead of me, they probably won't be able to say, "Remember that time a Korean girl stole all your money?" Because that's all I really care about, is not having to deal with all that bullshit, and that my niece gets taken care of. Okay? So, I don't care if you put the $100,000 or the $99,000 more. Actually, it was $101,000. Come to think of it, you still owe me $100,000. I don't care if you put the $100,000 back into my account or not. Okay? I actually would prefer if you don't. I would prefer it if you just dealt with my family instead of, like, my parents and shit, instead of me having to deal with them. Because you seem to like dealing with people, and I sure as fuck don't. Okay? So, you can spend my money on my family, my parents, and that's just fine and dandy with me. I don't need to have that money be in my possession. I just want them to not be destitute. However you make that happen, I'll sign off to it. So let it be written, so let it be done. Yeah, like, I was doing Cloud Plus Labs and I had like a 90%. And then Tiffany started like Coinbasing me and asking me all these questions and bullshit, and then it dropped down to a 65%. So I'm gonna get my head back into the game. I might take a couple of shroom caps later on or whatever, just like zero things out and really hit it hard. Because I'm off vacation as of tomorrow, so I gotta like focus again and all that bullshit. And this is the other thing. Like, look, dude, did you see that thing? Like, who's unidating? I need to like make like a K-pop boyfriend, fiance, whatever the fuck they want to call it, like support group. I can't be the only one going through this shit, dude. I'm telling you, because like, did you see that thing where Yuna is taking the pictures and instead of saying cheese, she's saying Hermes? Dog, I remember, like, I was kind of just like doing pillow talk with Tiffany, and I told her how I wanted to get her one Hermes bag for every time she gets pregnant. Dude, that bitch took that shit so seriously. She took that so literally. Like, they're like posting her like outfit that she wore at that winery, and it's like a $200, skirt, dress, $200 sandals, $20,000 Hermes bag. I'm like, I do it to myself. What can I say? She took that shit and she ran with it. Anyways, so another thing I'm hoping she's starting to understand. Yes, the money is helpful, but I do not work my career for the money. I don't. But stupid as it might sound, there really is a type of a greater good to it. Look, and she wanted to go on and on about like destiny and soulmate bullshit. And I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll play along with you. And I told her some things, and I don't want to get into it, but uh, just whatever. All that, you too. All right, all that to you too. All right, just can you just like how about my family? Can you just help out my parents, please? Can you like speed that up respectfully? Hmm. Party animal. Party all the time. Party all the time. Now I have to like. What's the woodchuck guidebook say about this one? Shit. Okay. That should give me enough time to finish this video. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So I might see if I can find it. They're from 20. It's like 10 years old now. The Freaked Out series with Sammy K. Kamgar. They're talking about like none of the shit's gotten better since then. It's actually gotten worse because now we wear like devices that do all that shit. It's gotten worse, and no one seems to give a fuck. No, there's like actual real life consequences to a lot of this bullshit. Like, like the axe to the face if you want to look for it and all that bullshit. No, that time when I was saying there's something to like threads of fate and everything's interconnected and all that bullshit. There's something to it because I'm telling you, that stupid bishop's daughter Mormon hag who I swear to God I like she was hotter when I first met her, and then like as she got older, she just got fatter and more Puerto Rican. Not to be an asshole, but so I was already like, why am I even talking to this dumb bitch? And then she wanted me to buy Girls' Generation shit for her, and I was like, get the fuck out of my life. Who the fuck is this Tiffany bitch, right? Um, anyways, so when that shit happened, I was in the power plant, and no bullshit, I was like starting to like send resumes out to other places because I didn't like it there. And well, I don't want to get into it. Long and short, I got elected to be the shop steward, so I started looking into things and started realizing that like there was like lots of fucking things wrong. And over the course of 2 years, I started doing triage and whatnot. God damn it. I mean, yay! And I found the Havx virus and I stopped it. And dude, that was like solely like I actually got so much flack from that bullshit because what the moment now I see it. Honeywell had to pay a $15 million fine for that. So here I am, a subcontractor to a subcontractor to a contractor, and I'm like, all your networks are fucked up, and I've got definitive proof. By the way, the reason why I tell everyone to get their certs and whatnot, and why like I'm not trying to like BF it or whatever the fuck, but that girl Antonia Vasilichenko. By the way, who's on like the cover of like every fucking high-end magazine as a fucking fashion model. She got her Security Plus a few months ago. Fucking that makes her a subject matter expert. No bullshit. I had proof in hand of how Havx was spreading over the HMU. There's like the human machine interfaces on the turbines and whatnot. It was propagating across the network. I had proof of it propagating, right? And no one would listen to a word I was saying. They were like, who the fuck is this apprentice? Fucking asshole. Fucking trying to tell us how the PLCs work. He needs to do his job and go in there and monitor the pumps and the chillers. This dumb motherfucker. We don't give a fuck if he's a shop steward or not. This is out of his league. Who the fuck are you, right? But the moment I got the Security Plus, they were like, huh. We need to look into this. A lot of shit he's saying makes sense. So you have to if you want to make the plays, you gotta get on the field. I don't know how else to keep on saying it, but anyways, I really like what I do. I do. There's always gonna be semantics. There's always gonna be bullshit. But I mean, this is it's like cybersecurity hacking is like the Wild West. I like it. I like being a space cowboy. All right. Sure, the money's fine, but that's not what it's about. I've been a millionaire like a bajillion times, like ups and downs with the market. Like the market can shit, and then you're a millionaire, right? The market can tank, and you're not a millionaire, right? Like who gives a fuck? It's just money. I just wanted to say that I don't care if Stephanie, Tiffany, me, Young, Wang, regular. I don't give a fuck if you ever give me that money ever again. I do personally. I don't care about it. All right. I would actually prefer it if you didn't. I would prefer if you gave that money to my mom and dad and to my niece. Because then I wouldn't have to deal with, remember that time? That Korean girl stole all your money? What was her name again? Girls' Generation? They have all your money now. How does that feel? I don't want to deal with any of that bullshit. Can you please just do what you said you were gonna do? You can throw it in front of my face all you want to. You can breadcrumb me all you want to. Afterwards, could you please just hurry the fuck up and just give all the money that is mine? Can you just give it to my mom and dad, please, and my niece? Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Happy Mother's Day. Oh, what the fuck? I mean, let me see what she says first. Oh, she's asking about like heart lovey questions. I don't want. Peace out.